Hello, happy Friday. Welcome back to my channel. Yes, I put your video in the I put your video in the description box. I put your video in the description box, Frank. You see what I put? Hey y'all. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. Y'all check out Frank video. Shout out to Frank for breaking this story. Can y'all hear me? I'm on my phone again. My computer came on yesterday. But I'm gonna put it in the shop. I'm scared to let it play today because I don't want to go out in the middle of a live. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Georgia Girl Everyone Wellness and More. I'm your host, Georgia Girl. And I got me some tea here. Today has been one of those fall days. Today has been really one of those fall days. But this is what I'm gonna be talking about right here today. I don't know if y'all go check out Frank. Put the link in the chat. Y'all go check out that video because I'm not gonna be able to play it on the live. I'm gonna read about it, but I'm not gonna be able to play it. So Frank, put your video in the chat. Shout out to Frank. If I talk about a topic that another YouTube creator has shared, it's only right that I shout them out. Frank is one of my longtime moderators over here, and we sometimes if he shares a story and if I, want to talk about it, he'll tell me about it. But let's get him the support. He said he didn't get that many views on it. Frank, put your video. I got it pinned up there in the I have it pinned up there in the description box. Frank be over there sharing upcoming news and different things about trending news and world news. And I saw this story, right? He told me about it the other day. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Y'all check the video out. Let's go over there and give Frank some love. Hey, Miss Key. Hey, Angie. Shout out to my Georgia Troopers. Hey, Miss Betty. Hey, who else is here? We got pre-retirement here. We got Angie. We got Miss Key. We got Frank. We got Miss Lady T. Thank y'all for coming over. I wanted to share this story. And if Frank, you want to come up on the panel and talk about it, you can. Or you could just, I know it made you mad. And I know whoever his dad was, I know it probably made him. I mean, it made me mad as a mother and a grandmother. This mother here, this right here, this is fair use entertainment. I'm doing some trending news. This happened last week, but Frank G Life, he shared it on his channel. He got the link in the chat right now. Y'all go over there and give him a thumbs up and comment on it because this needs to be talked about. It really do. It really do. Because racism still exists. It still exists out here, y'all. Whether we want to acknowledge it, that don't mean we have to be that way. But I'm trying to pull it up because I can't play the video. I can't play the video because that'll be a copyright. So, but I will read about it. I'm gonna take it down for a few minutes. But yeah, Frank, I appreciate you for sharing this because I hadn't even heard about this story. Let me come on and speak real quick before I get into the. Frank was the one that broke it first, and I'm just speaking my opinions about it. And as a mother and a grandmother, this really hit home because, they just really killed the spirit of that little boy's birthday. Hey, y'all. Happy Friday. Welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Georgia Girl. Hope everybody Friday's going. I'm a little late than what I usually come on, but I had to doing a lot of things today. I got my tea though. I should have wanted to put my computer in the shop. It was working good yesterday. This right here is fall tea. If y'all seen my short video, I went and got me some fall tea. I love to drink my tea. It's caffeine free. It helped me relax. It also helped with inflammation. So this right here is like a berry tea, and it's organic green tea, and I got some honey in it. It's kind of like a berry color. Look like grape, but because today been one of those fall days. Today has been one of those fall days, but I do want to acknowledge Frank. You saw it on Facebook and TikTok. Yeah, after I saw it from you, I see where they shared it on Instagram and everything. But your link is up there. I put it up there for people can go and watch it. You know, cause you showing the actual news. You know, I can read about it, but I can't play it. I could, but YouTube will give me a claim, and I don't feel like trying to go back and change all that stuff out. So I'm just gonna read about it. So how's everybody Friday going? Mine's going pretty good. Hey, D May. I just want to put some disclaimers out here. Anything that I talk about today is for fair use, educational, entertainment purposes only. Um, I seen this story on one of my moderators, Frank G. Life. He shared it the other day about this this black mother is outraged about what this white teacher did to her son. Instead of just singing the original birthday song, she add it was just bad. Calling him a monkey and all of that. And my topic today is about racism. It still exists. It do. It still exists out here in the world. It exists on YouTube. Because I had someone to come in here and call me a nigger the other day. I just didn't know who it was. It probably was a troll, but it still exists. Yeah, I saw it, Frank. I finna read about it, but I saw it. Oh my God. And for your birthdays, to me, your birthdays is your day. And you know how kids are about their birthdays. I know my grandkids, they be so excited when their birthdays come. And my daughter Hal went to the school, right? And she take like my granddaughter some balloons. Sometimes she take a cake and they sing happy birthday. And if something like that would have happened to one of my grandkids or somebody I know, I'd be just like that mother that's going through this now. It don't make no sense. Miss Keisha, she just watched your video. Let's go over there and comment on I'm gonna share Frank video out too when I get finished, because that's where I'm actually getting it from him. And that's what you're supposed to do when you're collabing, or if you see something that another creator has shared, you supposed to acknowledge them. You supposed to say, look, I got this from Georgia girl. Georgia girl, like Conscious, she started doing Wellness Wednesday. And she said, Georgia girl, you inspired me to do Wellness Wednesday. I said, well, that's great. At least she's recognizing me. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only right thing to do. You don't just get another person videos or what they do. Because me and Frank knows I be over here sharing up to date news on different stuff when I get a chance to. But he know I like to talk about when it comes down to kids, when it comes down to bullying and all this different stuff like that. So y'all go over there and give him a thumbs up and watch the video. Frank, your video will be in the your video will be in the chat for people to watch. I'm so surprised that nobody has picked up on it. What? After I tagged if you see up under my title, I hashtagged it, right? Yeah, I'm surprised too. You're the first person I seen. And I said this is very interesting because we are living out here. Racism still exists. I was gonna do a poll, but I couldn't get that computer to come back on. It's trying to come back on, but I don't want to fool with it. So we go. Frank, if you want to come up, you can come up and share your opinion about it or watch his video. Y'all can see what he said about it. It's sad. You could put in the chat, what would y'all would have did if a person had or did that to y'all child? What would y'all would have done? Whoever's in the chat, what would y'all would have done if someone would have treated your child that way? That is the question. What would y'all would have done? Do y'all think the mom is wrong? Do y'all think she's right? Do you think something needs to be done? What would you would have done? And do you think something should be done? Because from what I'm reading, I don't see no updates, right? So I ain't got my computer, so I can't really share. I'm gonna be reading from this. It's on Instagram. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube too. I don't know. It must be on one of those. It must be on one of those news channels. Cause when I hashtag the story, it pulled up on one of those news stories. So what would y'all would have done? I would have do the same thing this mom has done. I would be outraged. I would be, I mean, I'm just being honest. This is who I'm talking about right here. Okay. This mother right here. Can y'all hear me? I'm talking about this mother here. She's from Florida. So this happened, from what I'm looking, it happened 8 days ago. That's right, Frank. Did it happen 8 days ago? So I'm just going to read. This is fair use. This is commentary. And if you want to see the live video, Frank G does have it on his channel. Let's go over there and support him. And shout out to him again for breaking this story because I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it on no other YouTube's channels. I haven't. Not even some of the ones that normally you probably see break stories, but Frank, you broke it in our circle. You know what I'm saying? It might be some more YouTubers because I'm looking at it. It's on YouTube. I think it's in a news with the news people. So I'm just gonna read. It was 8 days ago. This from CBS News right here. And this is commentary, fair use. I'm not here to judge no one. I'm not here to call nobody no racist, but these are racist actions. I wouldn't want nobody to do my child like that. You see what I'm saying? So this happened 8 days ago. A Florida mother is demanding an apology after a Polk County teacher sang a racially offensive birthday song to her 6-year-old son. That's what I'm talking about today. This white teacher sung a racial song to a 6-year-old little black boy. So the mom, she's highly upset, and I would be too. Y'all. Because, a lot of the parents, like, I know I saw how he was looking, Frank. I saw it on your video. Like a lot of parents do work and the kids be at school, but they don't take their birthdays off. The kid, if they birthday during the week, some parents would take cake and ice cream and they'll go there and sing happy birthday. That make a child feel good to let them know that they parent bring stuff for them and their friends. But in this case, This was not a joyous moment. This was a sad, disgusting, this was a shame. And this happened in Florida. This happened, from what I see, it happened like October the 3rd, 2025. Was CBS broke the story October the 3rd, 2025. Frank broke it on YouTube on yesterday. I saw it on Frank's channel yesterday. Frank G Life. I have his link of the video pinned in my description box. In the top of the live, y'all can go over there and give him a thumbs up. I think he deserved to get a thumb up for breaking his story. But I'm doing okay. I did some treatments yesterday. I rested real good last night. You know, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm just trying to stick with what I got to do and just continue to stay focused. Continue to stay focused. So right here, a Florida mother is demanding an apology from her son elementary school. After she says, the teacher approach to celebrating her son's birthday was offensive and racist. The incident happened at Flora Avenue Elementary School in Polk County near Orlando, Florida. Desiree Prather told CBS Temple News the teacher sent her the video of the school birthday party, but she didn't find it funny. She immediately went to the school office. The video showed the teacher singing to the 6-year-old boy, "Happy birthday to you. You live in the zoo. You look like a monkey and you smell like one too." What? Oh my God. She sung "Happy birthday to you. You live in the zoo. You look like a monkey and you smell like one too." Boy, I know that mom want to go down with her, but I'm talking about, you know, like my friend Frank would be on my channel. He had shared about what this teacher, this white teacher, Chicken Little, what this white teacher sung a racial birthday song to a 6-year-old boy and sent the video to his mom. This is what the words was, Ernie. He ain't bit more payment. You hear what I'm saying? Now you see why. Yeah, I see why you were pissed off. Now listen to these words again. I know that little boy was crushed. I know his spirit was crushed. I know he gonna probably have to end up getting some psychological help. Every time his birthday comes, this is what he gonna have to remember. Oh my God. That is so wrong. The video showed the teacher singing to the 6-year-old boy, "Happy birthday to you. You live in the zoo. You look like a monkey and you smell like one too." I know one day Boosie was talking about, my granddaughter was talking about a monkey one day, and she was saying, "Grandma, they said we look like monkeys." And my daughter had told Boosie, "Don't say that no more." So, and this was not this week, it was the other week when I was up there. And so I'm sure them teachers, my granddaughter had to hear somebody talking about that. And my daughter said, "Girl, don't say that no more." So somebody must have been saying it up there to her school. She ain't at home right now, but I remember when she said something about a monkey. And I'm like, Boosie, I told Boosie. Come on, man. I told Boosie, I said, "Boosie, that's what they used to call." You see that many people in this dive either, Frank. It's all good. A lot of people don't probably want to hear this either, but it's the truth. We are still living in racism. Who want to be called a monkey on their birthday? And my little granddaughter so said that. She said, "Grandma, they said we look like monkeys." And I told her, I said, they used to call us that. They used to call black people that. My daughter was telling my granddaughter, "Don't say that no more now." But she was trying to, and I was trying to explain, it's the truth. They were. And I know this crushed this little boy's spirit. And as a mom, as a grandparent, no child needs to experience this on their birthday. No child needs to experience this on their birthday. But every time he celebrate his birthday, he probably gonna think about it. You know, he probably gonna think about what was being said. Flowers for everyone. I can't get to my other rose, but flowers for everyone that did come in and peeped in or whatever. But I'm speaking on this Florida mother. She's outraged. The community is outraged. I see what people have been talking about it on Instagram, Reddit, TikTok, YouTube. Frank, I know he shared it over here. I seen it on YouTube yesterday after Frank had shared it. And if you want to see the live version of this video, I do have the link in the top of my description. Lord Jesus. So his mom said there's a history of Black people being described that way, which to her makes extremely upsetting. My skin is boiling. I don't even like racism. And to know where we come from and our ancestors, and for us to be labeled like that, because when they call us monkeys, they saying we was ugly, we act like monkeys. So those are the remarks I don't like at all, pray to say. So she said by her saying that to her son, it bring back how they was treating our ancestors. But y'all remember when we got ancestors and they were called the slaves, monkeys, and gorillas and all kind of stuff. And that stuff, it is harmful because that's what our ancestors had to endure during back in that time. And no person should have to hit it in this time during this century here. But racism do still exist. And words do hurt. Words do hurt. People can say sticks and stones can break my bones and words never hurt. But yes, they do. That hurt that little 6-year-old little boy. He was just excited. He was happy and smiling. I was looking at the video Frank shared, right? My day good. I'm talking about this story. Can y'all hear me? My day been going pretty good. I rest well. Did you see the story, Miss Key? As a mom, what would you do? Would you do the same thing this mom is doing? Would you do the same thing this mom is doing? Be outraged. She is suing the school also. Do y'all think racism still exists? Yes, it do. And I don't blame that mom. I'll be mad. I'll go to the school board. I'll go to the school district. I'll go to the NACP. I'll get something done. That teacher shouldn't be still teaching, y'all. That teacher should be teaching. That was very inappropriate. It was racism. She was calling him a monkey on his birthday. Yeah. And then she got the little kids in there acting like they had a concert or something. They in there clapping their hands, and the little baby, Lord have mercy. Look, I saw the look on their face. I'm reading and talk about it, but y'all can't see the live version on Frank video. So she's demanding an apology. I feel like she needs an apology. I feel like that teacher needs to be fired. And if they don't fire her, she is suing the school. Because I don't see no update. Frank, do you see an update from it? What did they do? Have they shared about what they did? I'm looking for, because this happened 8 days ago. They say it's still up on the investigation. This happened in Florida at an elementary school. Your little boy turned 6 years old. Like I said, some parents work, and sometimes when the kids' birthday fall during the week, they would take cake or they'll have a little birthday party at school. But this is my first time hearing anything like this. My first time even have to see something like this. Your birthday is a time when you want to celebrate, be happy. He gonna look back on this every time his birthday comes. How his classmate laughed at him, how his teacher made fun of him. And it wasn't funny. They thought the video was funny. Then she gonna send the video to his mother. What kind of stuff is that? Like she said, when you hear people calling black people monkeys, it take you back to that century of how they was treating the slaves, and they was calling people monkeys and all types of names. Like when the guy came in my chat the other day, he called me a nigger. He was trying to call me a nigger. Those are fighting words. Those are words, nigger, monkey, negro, blackie. All those words are racist words. And I want to talk about this today because this kind of stuff here can mess with your it can mess with you psychologically. It can mess up you mentally. They saying the little boy gonna have to have some counseling. He probably don't even want to go back to the school. So I'm gonna look at the video again. I was trying to see how many more black kids was in. Frank, you still here? I was trying to see how many black kids was in the class. How many more black kids was in the class? I see they got cold. But like his mom said, when she hear that kind of remark, it make her think about the history of where we came from. It's sad. So what you would have did, Miss Key? Would you would do the same thing this mother is doing now? I was saying, I'm gonna go look at the video again or the news or whatever. How many other black kids was in the class? I can't remember. Was it any more black kids in the class? Any black child was in that class should have felt hurt. And the white kids in the class, they following the teacher. Let me tell y'all something. Those teachers, y'all supposed to be there to teach, help guide, help make sure the kids stay on track with their education. You don't supposed to be there leading these kids. Yeah, that's why I was wondering, was any more black kids in the class? Wow. That's what a teacher's job. A teacher's job is to teach, not make fun of another kid, not bully another kid. Some of these teachers are just like these children out here. Then you wonder why some of these kids now want to beat the teachers up. Look how they act. It don't make no sense. So right here, she said her skin just boiling. When the woman sent her the tape, y'all, the woman sent her the video of them singing that song to her baby. And I was looking at her baby while they were singing this song. He's 6 years old, but he heard the word monkey. And I know I don't know if he'd heard his mom or probably heard any of his relatives talk about how they used to treat black people back in the day. You didn't see no black kid. Wow. So right here it said, Franklin said the song hurt her son's feeling and demand an apology from the school, immediate disciplinary action and counseling for her child. He's going to have some counseling, psychological counseling. He can hear the kids are laughing. That was his birthday party. Wow, this is disgusting. It hurt me as a parent and as a grandmother to see this happen to this child. It was in Florida, y'all, at a Polk County in Orlando, Florida, at an elementary school. Okay. The mother said she's planning to transfer her son to another school because she's going to have to move her child out of school. And that's sad, y'all. That is straight sad. He's 6 years old. So I'm assuming he might be in first grade. Caboose is 7. She in second grade. So okay, he in the first grade. So he done went to school there, kindergarten and probably pre-K. And yeah. Wow. It's just crazy. It's crazy. This video should be talked about, but yeah, people, you see people in and out the bushes, they ain't really, I guess, it's just like some people, it just don't phase them. But that's what awareness is. You supposed to speak on stuff like this, especially when it concerning our children, concerning us as a whole. We're not in the slavery days. We're not in the slavery days, y'all. This mom, and I'm sure that she's not going through this alone, because from what I read, there's a lot of people are. I'm surprised they ain't put no riot down there. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised about that. But they're still investigating. I'm trying to see what else they're saying about it. This was 8 days ago. I'm trying to see if there's any updates. So she's gonna transfer her child from school. And it shouldn't have to be. He probably got used to being at the school probably closer to where they live. We don't know how far this child will have to go to get to another school. And that's sad, y'all. You hear me? It's sad for a 6-year-old to have to endure this. And a mother. I wonder where his father at. What about the other relatives? I'm surprised they got no riot going on down there. I'm surprised nobody ain't trying to fight, because this kind of stuff cause violence. This is stuff right here do cause violence. You never know, maybe some of her relatives might want to go down there and look, see, they don't know how people think these days. I don't want nothing to happen to nobody, the teacher, nobody, but in a way to hurt nobody. But the words she spoke onto this baby, she hurt him for life. But if something happened to the teacher, it should be legal, to the legal way. Nobody shouldn't go down there and try to hurt her and, like fight her or do anything like that. But sometimes people take violence and try to get their point across. But she's handling it the legal way. She's wanting an apology. She's suing the school. She wants some action to be done. Ben Crump, did you go down there? I'm being for real. He be everywhere. What Ben Crump at? What Al Sharpton at? Where all them folks at? Ben Crump. Let me put it in there. I'm thinking I'm on my computer. I'm just typing on my computer. Ben Crump. Ain't that what the man name? Ben Crump. Al Sharpton. Who else be in that thing? Any of the people that NAACP. Where y'all at? Because I can remember my brother had got beat up that time. And I know people saw what happened to him. But I'm just going to say, it was a white couple what saved my brother. Because my own kinfolk didn't want to even testify and say what happened to my brother. You see what I'm saying? Yes, it's racism still out here, but then your own color turn against you too. Your own color will turn against you too. So for this lady to do this to this child, he gonna feel like this is what's supposed to happen, but it's not. This is not normal. It's not. I was speaking on it because this is a lot of this is triggering. It's triggering racism. It's triggering mental health because it's gonna bother him mentally. So I think the mom is doing the right thing. Speak up. You're supposed to stand up for your children. You don't want nobody to mistreat your kids. I mean, nowhere. School, after school, anywhere. You don't want nobody to mistreat your kids or you, especially in this way. I know kids be so excited about their birthdays. Those are some of the days, birthdays of the day kids. I mean, you could see the smiles on their faces and all of that. And that little boy was happy. He was happy. He was real happy before, he heard the first line. The first line was happy birthday to you. He wasn't expecting to hear that second line. He wasn't expecting to hear that about he looked like a monkey and he's in a zoo. She need to be sued. She need to be sued. The school needs to be sued. She need to be fired. Why he gonna have to change his school? Why they just can't get rid of her? But I can understand why the mom want to transfer because they thought it was funny. They thought it was funny. I don't see nothing funny about that. It irks me. And Frank, thank you. Shout out to you again for sharing that. Because I swear, I be trying to keep up to date on stuff. I have so much personal other stuff going on. And sometimes when I see something on y'all channels, like I said, I'm gonna acknowledge that YouTube creator where I got it from. So shout out to Frank G. So I'm trying to see, was it any more updates? Now the article I read, that was so this happened from what I have seen. Okay, I see something from September the 30th. So this happened probably about a couple of weeks ago, didn't it? Wow. And I haven't seen, I've been on TikTok some, I've been on Instagram and Facebook, but I haven't seen this. This is crazy. So this happened during the first part of October. And I don't see no updates. Only thing I'm seeing now, something from 8 days ago. About a week ago. Okay. Okay. She spoke out. Okay, I'm looking at an article now when she spoke out. Okay. Well, it's basically the sharing that she just, how that made her feel. And she said right here, ain't nothing fun about it. And it's not. Nothing fun about what they did. Nothing at all. So this great. That's what it is. Great, it's great. And some people they don't wanna some people don't want to hear the truth. You know what I'm saying? Some people probably do think, oh, it was it just was a song. No, it wasn't. It wasn't just a song. It was racism. People can say what they want to say. This was racism all the way around the book. So she went to the school district. She did go, and that's what she's supposed to do. This is kind of like bullying too, y'all. You sitting there making a little 6-year-old child. You're sitting here making a 6-year-old child feel bad on his 6-year birthday. That is cruel. It's cruel. Nobody shouldn't go through that. No 6-year-old, no mother, no children should have to go through this. Birthday is a joyous time. So racism still do exist. Racism do exist. It might not be as bad as it was years ago, but it ain't went away. Like I said, people often say sticks and stone might break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. And I know those words hurt this mama. I know those words hurt that child. That is something he gonna have to look back as he get older. That is something probably gonna go with him. They saying he got to get some counseling. Cause know what, y'all? Other kids, when stuff like this happens to a child, when you are not teaching your children at home how to act, they'll keep going on and on with it. Instead of that teacher putting out that song, she should have been helping him celebrate. This is what she left with her class. So those kids gonna think they supposed to call all Black children monkeys. Why would you, as a teacher, why would a teacher even do that? It, it just irks me. It irks my nerves. It's irked me. I can't stand. I can't stand for people to do people like this. He's a 6-year-old child. Probably just want his cake and ice cream and balloons. You say you waiting on the update story? Let me know if you I'm gonna be looking too. So it's sad, y'all. It's sad. I got me some more tea today because today was one of those fall cool days. So Frank, what would you do, Frank, if if a teacher would send you a video playing? I think I probably would have to go up there to that school. Oh my goodness, I'm surprised that woman to go up to that school, y'all. This the mother right here. But I'm surprised she did not go to, well, she did go to the school and complain, but what would you would have did, Frank? Boy, I think I would have went in that classroom. Woo, woo. Me and her probably would have been tussling, but she doing the right thing. She doing the right thing, trying to do it the legal way, because if she had went up there to that school, they probably would have tried to put her in jail. But what if the shoe was on the other foot, guys? What if it had been a Black teacher? Did a white student or a white child like that? What do you think would have happened? They would have been locked up. You hear me? They would have locked that Black person up. There wasn't going to be no hesitation at all. And that's what we call racism in this country. You do unto others as you want them to do unto you. You treat people the way you want to be treated. I don't feel like no child, Black, white, Hispanic, Mexican, whatever color you are, or whatever your religion, whatever your sexual purpose, anything like that. Come in here with that music. He want to dance. I'm trying to. He ain't here playing some get down on it. Lord Jesus, help my husband. Help him, y'all. But like I said, no one should experience it. It doesn't matter what color you are. You are still a human being. You are a child of God. And that child is 6 years old. And I don't blame that mom. I don't blame that mom. She's handling it the legal way. She's handling it the legal way. I hope she has some luck with it. I pray that things does go well for her. But it was very offensive. It was a shame. It was racist. I don't see no other way but to be racist. Oh, it's some on TikTok. I'm gonna have to I see somebody, I'm looking at somebody on Facebook. It's just a lot of comments. I do not own the right to this music. This man is playing Get Down on It. He's feeling it today, Frank. He happy the Cowboy winning. I do not own the right to this music. Oh, the woman doing this dude. Yeah, I swear. He gotta go to work tomorrow. Why you celebrate? You gotta work tomorrow. Oh, but y'all hear me? So I was like, we came here like, what the world you playing? Yeah, you're playing Get Down on It. By the, who that was? Cool and what am I do with it, y'all? What am I do with it? Oh my goodness. I was just reading what some of the people were saying. It was very offensive. And it's not a uncommon thing to add on when you're a kid. One person said, I do see where the parent is coming from. If it wasn't meant to be racist, then the teacher needs to apologize for it. The teacher doesn't control how someone reacts to what they do or say. If you offend someone, just apologize and move on. See, she probably think that, nah, she's sending this video to the mom, right? What did she think? What was she thinking? It must be something wrong with her, Frank, y'all. She must be got an issue, got a problem. You sending a video singing a happy birthday song with got Monkey and Zoo in it to a black mother? She gotta be crazy. The teacher gotta be crazy. She got to be crazy to send that to a Lord. Look, them mama must not be that ghetto. Go, honey. I could see some of these mamas going up to that school with some bats and with their bonnets on their head, and they don't care. So she seemed to be like a very respectful mom. What, Mickey? Do you hear Mr. Ernest in the background? Good. He playing Get Down on It. That man playing. Oh, oh my God. Ooh. He ever playing. I'm here talking about the little boy birthday. He here playing Cool in the Game. Get Down on It. I'm like, will you please go it down? What they're saying, the mom, she ain't even have to get ghetto with it. But that's a mom, I'm telling you. Some of these moms would have got down with this woman. You hear me? I can see some of them going to the school with their bunnies on their head, ready to fight. They already took the earrings off, probably barefooted. Can you imagine how some of those mothers, they have done that? So I applaud this mother here for just doing what she got to do, doing it the legal way. But I'm sure it crossed the mind, y'all. I'm sure that crossed her mind to go to that school and whoop that woman, you know what. I'm sure it did. So I was just reading some of the comments from Facebook, what people were saying. If the lady didn't think it was racist, it's the teacher, right? If the teacher saying it wasn't a racism thing, why you want to apologize? Lady, you done hurt this little boy. You have hurt him. So the mom said she's going to get him transferred because she don't want her child to have to endure this every day. I mean, you know when stuff happen like at school or out in the street, people going to go on and on with it. Some people do not know how to let things go. They'll probably talk about it every day. They'll probably say, And no child should have to feel that. No child should have to go through that. So this is the mother. She's outraged. She's asking for an apology. She wants something done to the teacher. They haven't had an update in 8 days, but it's still up on the investigation. So I was just reading some of the comments on Facebook. They were saying, they said, even if the lady didn't know that it was racism, she still should apologize. Okay. And this is a good question right here. This is a good question. Somebody asked, had she sung the same song for the other kids? The French you said was a no. Hey, Six Balls, how you doing? Good to see you. Happy Friday. Ty, this story got me boiling. Then my husband coming through here playing cool in the game. Get down on it. I'm over here boiling about this story I'm reading. Because Frank has shared it. If y'all want to see the live version, go check out Frank video. But this story really got me boiled. This story really got me boiled. As a mother, as a grandparent. I wouldn't want no child to want to who want to let their 6-year-old listen to a teacher call him a monkey. Somebody monkey and zoo. She's racist. She's a racist. Did you know about that story, Six Ball? Go look at Frank's video and yeah, this type of stuff make people want to take the children out of school. Go look at Frank's video. He's showing the live version. I'm just reading. This is a Florida mom right here. She had to go to the school district. Oh, you did? She had to go to the school district. She demanded an apology. Her 6-year-old child got to get counseling. So, Six Ball, I'm going to ask you. I asked everybody in the chat, what would you do if someone were to do that to your child? Like I said, we got some moms out here ain't gonna care about the legal way. They will go out there with their bunnies on. They'll have their house coat on. Probably won't even put on no shoes. They'll be out there stepping up there to that school and going out there whooping that woman butt. But she seemed like she's trying to do it in a legal way. I think this is what's the right way to go. But are they gonna do anything about it? Are they gonna do anything about it? I said I would be the same way like this mom. Yes, I probably would want to go to the school, but it probably would have made things worse. So I think what she did is the right way. Get her suspended. Get her, she don't need to be at that school. And from the video Frank shared, it was no more black kids in the class. And somebody asked a question. How many children she have sung that song to? Do she sing it to any other kids? And that was a good point you made too, Six Balls. That's why a lot of people taking their kids out of school, because a lot of these teachers, I don't know. Then they wonder why the kids don't respect them. Look at this kind of stuff. This little boy is just like he's scarred for life. And I'm sure it's gonna bother him on his next birthday, but his mom trying to get him some counseling right now. My husband's feeling good, y'all. He up here playing some cool in the game music. He playing Get Down on It. I'm like, what the world? This man, he'll just be tickling me. Oh, Jesus. But it's a shame. Like, I'm just reading like the comments, because they shared it on Facebook too. They were saying, they were just saying, they said this song has been out there. This is my first time hearing that song. Have anybody in the chat heard that song before? What the lady was singing to the little boy. What you saying in that? About the little boy, the lady song that song to the little boy. What did she say to the little boy? when you pay. But they say that song has been out here for decades. This version has been sung for decades. This is my first time hearing it. Has the teacher sung it to every student on his or her birthday? If not, then I could be viewed as offensive. If so, then I don't think it can be viewed as making it racist. What? But perhaps it can be viewed as insensitive and a bad choice. The teacher, bad choice. The teacher like to know where it come of. They saying this song have been around. But the thing about it, this is not an appropriate song. That's what somebody just said in the comments. I'm reading the comments from Facebook, right? So they don't think it, what they're saying, if she always sang the song, it should be looked at as racism. It should be just offensive. They crazy. You didn't play cooler in game enough. I don't see no other way around it. It's no other way around this, y'all. No other way around this but being racist. I don't care what these people are saying. Why would they allow this type of songs and behavior from a teacher in a school anyway? Why? Why would they allow that, y'all? Why do you think that? Do you think this woman has sung this before and people just look at it just like, oh, it ain't nothing but a song. She didn't mean nothing. It ain't nothing really, just a song. That mean a lot. This go back to our history, guys. This go back to the early centuries of Black history. And this lady know that. This lady know that. Teacher know that. It wasn't nothing funny about it. Yeah, they think of everything. That's what I'm saying. Some people take things to be funny. Like when that guy came in my chat the other day, called me the N-word. He probably thought that was funny. It wasn't funny. It was just you just being ignorant. And this is what this teacher is. Is he here in the kitchen? The teacher was being ignorant. I feel like when people do stuff like this, she was not being an adult. The teacher was not being an adult, y'all. She was acting more like the child. You know what I'm saying? Everything, I'm still here. Everything is not funny. It's a time and place for everything. It's a time and place for everything. This wasn't the time for that. It wasn't. It wasn't a time for that. Yeah. But for somebody in these comments to say it's that song been around for decades. I ain't never heard that before. I done heard them calling Black people monkeys before, but I ain't never heard no song. I ain't never heard this song before. I don't know what these people from Facebook, I guess they done heard it before, right? This lady, wow, I guess this is new to some of us. This lady said she's 70 years old. Do what she said, Frank. This lady is 70 years old. She said, good grief. I'm almost 70 years old, and that's not exactly something new. Well, it might not be new to some people, but it's new to me. I ain't never heard that song. So some people in these comments on Facebook, they like, this just a song. It's been around. And people don't want the lady to look into, like, don't take it no further. They crazy. That was that lady child. And like I said, and I'm going to say it again, when your children hurt, you're going to hurt also. Whether they're grown, little, whatever. If you raising your child in a way that you want to raise your children, you try to teach your child to be respectful and respect their elders and respect their teachers and so on and so on. You're teaching your children right from wrong, knowing that you're doing your best to raise your child to be brought up that way. You don't want nobody coming in putting that kind of stuff in the atmosphere. You don't want nobody hurting your child feeling. I don't even know this mom. I don't know this little child. But this was hurting to me. I don't care if the song been around 50, 30 years. No child shouldn't have had to hear that. This what one lady said. I'm 71, and this is the song I remember. Now, this woman here, 71, she heard the song 10 Little Monkeys Jumping on the Bed, One Fell. And I heard that song before about monkeys, but I ain't heard this song that woman told that little boy. I'm sure a lot of y'all probably heard this song about 10 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell down and broke his head. And it continues until more monkeys jumping on the bed. Yeah, I done heard that. But I ain't never heard that about no monkey. Monkey look like you and you in the zoo. I ain't never heard no stuff like that. And then someone said, I heard this before, but maybe the child was being made fun from his peers. You know how kids like to joke around and probably calling him that. And when the teacher sang that song, he felt uncomfortable and thought she was making fun of him. But you can tell the teacher was being funny, no harm. Really? But if she's good-hearted, she will apologize for making him feel uncomfortable and hurting his feelings. These comments coming off of Facebook, Frank. Because I went to Facebook and I saw it. And that's what some of these people say. They're like, oh, this song been around a while. She probably just being funny. She didn't mean no harm. The little boy they saying that maybe the kids have been joking him about the monkey situation. So, and that's a form of bullying. If the kids, I don't know, like I said, I hope we can get some more updates about this story. If the kids was janking him or shading him by being or looking like a monkey, that's bullying. And for this teacher to make it out of a song, she's also bullying him also. The teacher should have been the adult in the room. The teacher should have been the adult in the room. And she shouldn't even allow that to happen. I see. Woo. I see. I see. Because they like, this been around. Maybe she didn't mean no harm. She being funny. They trying to say she was being funny and she should apologize. These people crazy. I wouldn't even agree with nothing that teacher had said. To me, that should make her as a teacher look bad. So I'm gonna get on camera, but there was a good story, Frank, and thank you for bringing it to YouTube because I did not see it. If you're watching from the bushes or if you happen to was in here tonight, I was just sharing about the story that Frank had shared about the mom want an apology. She wants some action done for this teacher for singing that song to her 6-year-old son. Like I said, your birthday is a time that because when my birthday comes, every day is a blessing. Don't get me wrong. Every day that God give us is a blessing. But when it comes out on your birthday, you feel good because you turning another year older. And some people like to be celebrating. And the kids are real. They really want. I like my grandkids. I know they be excited about their birthday. Either they be excited about what they gonna do or what they gonna get. But I'm just saying. So this was not acceptable in my eyes. I don't care what been around. I know the monkey jumping on the bed. I done heard that song before. But this song, I ain't never heard it before. I never heard it before. So to each of each own. I wouldn't want this kind of rhetoric in my class. If I was a teacher, I wouldn't want that kind of rhetoric going on in my class. I wouldn't want that kind of stuff to be in the air. I wouldn't want my students to even, if I was a teacher, I wouldn't even want my students to be around nothing like that. Or to, to hear anything like that. You see what I'm saying? But it's obvious. I don't know how the teacher was. I don't know if she was younger, older. You don't really say. Like I said, ain't been no updates about it, but it's a time and place for everything. And to me, that was not the time. It shouldn't be, that shouldn't even be repeated. You know what I'm saying? On nobody's birthday or any time. No one should be called out their names. I know it's some cruel people out here. Check it on TikTok. They are roasting the teacher. Okay, let me look. I just gotta type it in, right? Those folks on Facebook, they like, she's she's, she probably did not mean any harm. But she should apologize. Let me see, can I type it in? Oh, I missed my computer. Okay. I'm just saying, when you do these type of things like this, and then you wonder why some of the kids be the way they are. You know what I'm saying? You wonder why. You know how a lot of teachers like to report the kids, right? They might say, oh, these kids, they don't listen at me. They don't do what I say. They're not following directions. Look how some of them is. They're not taking things serious. That was nothing to do. That is not a good example to lead. You know what I'm saying? Children at that age, they're still babies. 6 years old, they're still babies. They're still little. And they don't, maybe they look, I'm sure he was old enough to know that he's not a monkey. And he know that was nothing nice for his teacher to say. Okay, let me see what these people, folks on Facebook like, well, that song been around a while. That song been around a while, and they made it be. I don't think she mean no harm. I ain't mean to play that. But the little boy, I'm just looking at the video now, Frank. He just smiling, y'all. He was so happy on his birthday. Oh my goodness. And you know what? I don't see any more black kids in the class. They got a lot of the kids' face covered up, because a lot of people don't like to show their children. They don't want to show their children on the news. I see one more bike there, Frank. It was another little black child bike there. You can't see his face. Lord, a little did come in. Okay. Lord, the song been around. Wherever it be, the song still saying, oh, I just saw when your name popped up on the phone. They keep talking about the song been around for a while, the woman looking for a check. What? It only hurt his feeling because the mom said it did. Okay, you sent it to? Mine. You sent it through. You sent it through. Well, you sent it through Facebook. I see where it came up that you shared a video. You shared it on TikTok or you shared it on Facebook? Wow. A lot of them, they don't. Hey, Sirius, how you doing? Good to see you, my girl. We over here, me and Frank. Well, Frank shared the story yesterday. Did you know about the teacher that sung a racist song to a 6-year-old? Serious TikTok. It's on your page. I didn't think that was funny. And like I said, I never heard that song before. A teacher song a birthday song to her 6-year-old, but she was calling him a monkey, talking about he about the zoo. And a lot of people like they making excuses like, oh, this song been around a long time. I feel all right, but when I saw this story, it just made my stomach hurt. But I'm feeling okay. I rest well. My appointment went good yesterday. Okay, Frank, let me I see where it said to send it to me. Okay. So I'm on this other phone and I gotta log it in and okay, I see where you shared a video three minutes ago. Okay. I gotta turn it down. Okay, this lady right here, she doing a reaction to it. Okay. No, you sent me something about football. Oh, you sent me something about football. I see that one. That's what you sent me. I see the one you sent me about football. I don't see. Okay, now I see it. Now, like I said, I'm not racist. I try to treat everybody the same, equal. When they come to my channel, I try to treat it. Uh-huh. I try to treat everybody the same. It doesn't matter what color you are, what religion you are, your sexual preference, anything. Yes, I got it. Anything that you got going on in your life, it's your business. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I'm not here to judge no one, but things like this, that's what my channel is, awareness. I'm sharing awareness, and Frank was sharing on his channel, because he does do up to date, like current events, current news stories and stuff like that. And he would ask me, had I seen him? And thank you again, Frank, for sharing it. But this right here, it should be tolerated in no classroom. I'm looking at this video now, right? It was another black child in there. I can see another black child arm. So they was the one clapping. The white kids were clapping. It was another black child in there. You go look at this video you sent me, Frank. There's some more black kids in there, but they showing the little white kids clapping. Wow. Well, I'm gonna go back and watch this when I get off of here. I want to see what this man had to say, but let me see what the comments are. Okay, these people here agreeing with us. She should be fired. So, Sirius, what do you think, Sirius? Do you think the mother is wrong? Do you think the mother is trying to? They said the mama trying to get a check. This woman just want this lady to apologize to her and her son, at least to her son. They talking about the son didn't know nothing about that until the mom brought it to his attention. This lady gonna send the mom a video. A teacher sending the mom a video of her calling her child a monkey. So how do you think that mom's supposed to react? She didn't get ghetto with her. She didn't want to go up to the school and beat her up. They saying, on that other on Facebook, they saying, "Oh, this song been around a long time. It's okay. She just need to apologize." I don't feel like them. They feel a lot of them feel for the teacher. Come on now, but these people on TikTok, ooh, they giving this teacher the devil. You hear me? Okay. They said even the other black kid in the background was offended. He was not clapping. The other, Frank, look at the video you sent me. Who recorded it? I don't know. Somebody, the teacher recorded it while they were singing and sent it to his mother. What do you think that mom was gonna do? You sending that's what I said. This lady sending this video to a black mother saying, calling her child a monkey. Look at, oh, you say you already seen it, right? I was saying Frank got it on a video. I got it pinned up there. What did she thought that woman was gonna do? Laugh with her? Come on now, people. I know people have their opinions about everything. What I'm talking about is commentary. I look at this as being awareness because this is still a sign of bullying and racism to me. And I'm against all of that. I'm against it. No child should have to endure this. There was this little boy's 6th birthday. Only thing probably was on his mind is ice cream and cake, probably. Then she go, and then he was happy. I was looking at his little smile when they said happy birthday, right? They start out happy birthday to you. Then they came up with the monkey on the second line. Then she went even further and said the zoo that looked like you. I mean, come on now, people. Come on. Mm-mm. No. Somebody on their name, Wellness Lady. It's not a joke, especially singing to a black kid. That's what I'm talking about. Wasn't nothing funny about this. It was hurtful. They were disgusting and shameful. Then they wonder why some kids don't want to go to school. That's why I always ask my grandkid, they come home from school. I was like, how was your day? You know, I'm asking questions. And like I said, my little granddaughter, they must have been talking about it at her school call. Like I said, my granddaughter said something about a monkey last week. And my daughter told my girl, don't be saying that. And when she come back home, she gone with her other grandma. When she come back home, I asked her, I said, Boosa, where did you get that from about a monkey? So when my granddaughter said something about a monkey, I said, Boosie, I told her, back in the days, they used to call black people monkeys. So my little granddaughter is 7 years old. And y'all see her, she real talkative and she'll pick up on stuff quick. So she had to hear somebody. Then she be looking on YouTube too. So she probably seen it somewhere. And I'm trying to explain to her that's not a good word to say. And that's not a good word for anybody to repeat. But I wanted her to know that that's what they was calling us, our ancestors and people back in the day. And they probably still do it because racism still exists. It has been the same from disciplinary action needed. I appalled by the fact that she recorded and thought it was cool. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Siri. This black mother was good. You hear me? It had been one of those ghetto moms that don't care. Like I said, I done seen some ratchet people going to the school and they get on those teachers. But this lady here, I applaud this mother. I applaud her for what she's doing. And I hope that things does turn out in her favor. Because she didn't go to that school acting a fool. But she could have. And it wouldn't have been nothing, it shouldn't have been nothing said. But she handled it the legal way. A lot of I'm gonna tell y'all that. A lot of them sisters, I'm telling you now, some of them sisters would have went up there to that school. They would have been up there prepared to whoop this woman butt. You hear me? I've been around mothers that have went to the school. and had to tell teachers, look, what another child or what somebody has did to their children. And some parents don't care what come out their mouth. But she did it in a way, and I hope and pray things work out in her favor. It looked like it was just two black kids in the class. That's what I'm saying. Now it's so bad where the mom, she want to take the child out of school. I'm just reading some of the comments on TikTok. Now these people right here, they ain't playing it. They giving this woman a devil, the teacher. Now Facebook, they were like, oh, this song been around for a while. It's been around for a while, and I don't think she meant any harm. Yes, she did. But she had the audacity to send it to the mother. Woo! The lady said she was boiling hot, y'all. It got me boiling hot. One person said, I hope they fire. And another person said, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Right? One mama said, I would be at that school. And you know what that woman meant by what she would have been at that school. They probably would have called the police on some others. But this woman, she doing it the right way. She really is. But she probably saying to herself, I'm doing this the right way, the legal way, the way that she think it should be handled. But deep down, she probably saying, I want to whoop that woman butt. You know what I'm saying? My question is, why didn't the other parents say anything? Oh, you talking about the other black parent? Because it was another black child in there, and they said he looked like he was offended, but it was his birthday. And you know what? Far as we know, this woman been doing this. See what I'm saying? But a lot of people just won't say nothing. They'll just brush it off. This mama right here, hey, she's not staying. What Big Crump and Al Sharpnet? Well, y'all ain't down there? The NAACP down there? Let this lady's voice be heard. Her voice need to be heard because no parent should have to endure this. No child should have to endure this. Why didn't she choose that song? Her intention were to shame. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And somebody was saying, now my computer came on. Too late now. I ain't gonna fool with it. Somebody was saying in the comments, like, she must have been singing that song. It might not be the first time, but a lot of people be afraid to speak out. And this lady probably would never know if the crazy woman sent her the video. The woman sent the mama the video. What did she? Did she actually think the mom was gonna say, "Oh, that was so cute"? Did she actually think this mom was gonna stoop that low and to agree with her and say, "Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Oh, that was so sweet." Really? No way. No way. Yeah, she knew what she was saying. She knew what she was singing. You hear me? She knew it. Wow. But I just want to bring that, like I said, shout to Frank again. He played the video. So I'm looking at the video right now. You probably can't see it. But you see how he's so happy. He looking so happy right now, right? I'm not playing it. But this is commentary, YouTube. I'm not playing the video, the auto. But you see how happy he's just sitting there. Soon as that second line came through, they started clapping. And Frank, I don't know if you can see, it's another little black child on the corner right there. So it's like about two black kids in the class. If you see a follow-up on the story, Frank, let me see it. Let me know. And if I see anything, I'm going to let you know. And see, that's what we do over here. We try to collab. We try to support one another. there was a good story to share. I see it on Facebook and TikTok, but I haven't seen too many besides Frank. There might be some more YouTubers talking about it, but this right here is crazy. It's crazy. These folks over here, they ain't playing. They is giving this teacher the devil. They talking about that was so wrong. Many of the kids, look, the black kids, the other kids clapping, and do they really know what the lady was saying? Do you think the other kids, do you think the white kids knew what the lady was saying? You know? The teacher is dumb as his own. You know, they think, yes, they know that they think all melanated people are dumb and don't have voice. But this lady here, I hope her voice be heard. I really do. And I know Frank shared it. I shared it. You know, we small YouTube creators, but you know, it's been on all the news stations. It's out there. Now, the people on Facebook saying that the song been out for years, but like this lady right here said, she's 46 years old and she never heard that song. It's about where is Peach when you need. I guess they talking about the lady named Peach McIntyre. Now, I don't follow her, but you know, I guess she do. I don't know if she do reaction videos or she shared it. What's it called? She ain't the lady, OK Lounge. I know she share a lot of news stuff. Did she share it, Frank? The lady named OK Lounge. I know she be sharing a lot of entertainment news and stuff like that. I shared it because I see a lot of logical things going on. That teacher, she got a problem, and that child, he gonna have some counseling because he gonna feel like every time his birthday comes, people gonna probably look at him like being a monkey, or he probably gonna think about it. Your birthday is a time you want to be happy. He probably would think, come just looking at how, and he looked around at the kids, right? I'm gonna watch this reaction video when I get off here. I'm looking at how this little baby, because he's still a baby, 6 years old. He's still a baby. To me, he's still a baby. When they started clapping, he just looked. He just looked around, y'all. Thank you, Sears. When they started clapping at what the teacher was singing, he just looked around, and the other little child, a little black boy, he back there with his hand down on the table like that. Wow. They said she was so wrong on the highest level. Said she knew that not only hurt his feeling, but mine. She left a mark on, woo. They, like I said, this is a mark she's left on this child. The mom is suing the school. I did read what the mom is suing the school, but she want the teacher to apologize. But it been 8 days, so we haven't been any updates. We'll keep checking on it. That's right. The lady said, they're absolutely appalling. My anger issues would never be able to handle this. And this is a white lady saying this, that baby is someone's son and grandbaby. Child, I know I have my issues, but if one of my grandkids come here and tell me that a teacher sung that to her, we're going up to that school. We're going up there to that school. You hear me? I might not be able to do no lot of stuff, but my voice gonna be heard. Well, like I said, my little granddaughter said something about monkey last week. And we like, Booster, don't you know they were calling people monkey? Black people. And I had to explain to her because she had to hear that. When she come home, I'm gonna ask her, where did she hear that about a monkey? I don't know if she got it off YouTube, because she be on there, y'all. We just found out Booster be my little grandbaby know how to get on YouTube. The one that be with me, she know how to go on now, you know, because she's 7. She go in and type in her little shows, but she had to see that somewhere. And my daughter was like, girl, don't be saying that. I can't wait till she get her little tail home. But she's 7 years old. And I know my daughter, when my daughter work, she always, if she's not be able to do something on that day for her, do what my daughter will do. She'll take some cake and ice cream and have a little party at school and then have some on the weekend. Because that's what she did this past May. But she come on and said, Grandma. Then she's like, Grandma. Then she called me, Grandma. That lady called me a monkey. Girl. Ooh, I'm going to hop on up there. I'm going to get there. I'm just saying, y'all. This is crazy. This is crazy. And this is worth sharing. This is worth talking about. Because no child shouldn't have to feel that. And, you know, we've seen our ancestors, and like when we went and saw that museum about how they was capturing the slaves. And I was telling my granddaughter about when we was there, because we was talking to them about that. I said, y'all are truly blessed because we don't have to live like that. But that's still racism out here, y'all. My teeth done got cold. It's still racism out here. I'm gonna say this. And if y'all seeing it, old folk come in my chat, get them out. We have a racist president. People can say what they want to say. I know some people is there for him. This man had made remarks. Look at what he did to those guys. They had to end up letting those guys out of jail. They said that was racist. I can't call the people name, the boys that was locked up at a young age, but they got out. But they saying our president had something to do with that. Hey, Kenneth, how you doing? Good to see you. But I'm not saying, if you are a leader, a teacher, a leader, president, teacher, public figure, just say like that. If you consider to be a public figure, and if you have to deal with children, this is no way to do. This is not what you should do around children. This wasn't a funny matter. It wasn't funny. Because like I said, and y'all can tell me I'm wrong or right, if that black lady was a teacher and had to call that white student a cracker, what do you think would have happened? What do you think they would have did to that black teacher? What they would have did to that black teacher, Sears, Frank, whoever was listening, if that black mama had been a teacher and would have had made a song, happy birthday to you, you are a cracker, you are a redneck, you are a, what they used to call white people. Treat people the way you want to be treated. I have some, when people come to my like Kenneth, I know me and him like the same. We don't have the same color skin, but I don't look at Kenneth as being, oh, he's just a white person. He come to my chat. I look at him as being a child of God, and he's very respectful, and he treat me with respect. Over here, there's no color on my channel. Long as you're being respectful and you treat me with respect and you come in my chat being respectful, you can be in my chat. But if you come in here calling me the N-word like that person did the other day, you will have to worry about coming back over here. or you are blocked. You will no longer you will no longer come in my chat. I don't see color over here. I don't see uh whatever people's sexual preference is, that's their business. Who you love is your business. Who you marry is your business. What color you is your business. Only thing I ask over here, you show me respect and you respect my chat. I consider us over on my channel all children of God. All children of God. Because when God stood on that, when they put God on that cross, when they hung God on that cross, he did not say, I'm standing for the blacks. He did not say, I'm standing for the whites. He did not say, I'm standing for the Mexican. He did not say, I'm standing for the Spanish. He stood and they hung him for all of us. He sacrificed for all of us. He did not pick no person out the crowd that he was sacrificing for. He did it for us all. He did. He took those whips. They beat him. They throw rocks at him. They did it. He did it all for us to save the world. He did. He didn't even judge. He didn't even judge the woman Mary. She was a prostitute. But what was that lady when they hung Jesus? She was right there at his feet. She was right there at his feet. He didn't judge her for what she had done. He did not judge her for being a prostitute. He know he saved her soul. He was out here trying to save souls. So God always say, I said, this girl preaching, and he always say, come as you are. Come as you are. When you go to church, what do they say? God say, come as you are. So when you come over to my channel, be who you are. You ain't got to change for me. Be who you are. Be who you want to be. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm not saying. This lady, the mom, I have to applaud her. I do. She was strong. She's making her voice be heard. Whether they agree with her, whether they, and then they said she looking for a check. This lady just want to be respected. She want her child to be respected. And I'm sure she probably went to that school herself. You know, it might be a school like in our area, my kids went to the same school I went to. And I wanted my grandkids to go, but they moved to another town. But what I'm saying is the mom probably went to that school and she probably ain't never seen nothing like this before. Probably when she was coming up, she didn't have to hear that. She do not want her child to have to hear that. So she's transferring her child out of school. She's transferred him to another school. She probably had to work the day of his birthday. So she let them have the party there. And see, stuff like that, they're going to make parents not even want to have birthday parties at the school because what are the teachers are doing. You're supposed to be there to teach. You're supposed to be there to lead. You're supposed to be there to make sure children are on the right path. This teacher is teaching them the wrong thing. You don't make fun of no one. Everything is not funny. This child gonna have to get this. I read where he gonna have to get some counseling. He gonna have to get some counseling. I don't think it's had nothing. Me, there was somebody in the comments was saying like, "Oh, she just," everybody think it's about money. I mean, do y'all notice when things be going on? First thing people say, "Oh, they just trying to get some money. Oh, they they just trying to sue somebody." This woman is hurting. Her child is hurting. Like I said, I got two grown kids, two grown adult children. When my children hurt, I hurt. When my grandkids hurt, I hurt. Because they're part of me. And this woman seen on the video because the little boy was smiling. I want to play it so bad. I could cut it out, but I don't feel like trying to delete all that stuff. But he was so happy that day. He was happy until they started saying the word when they brought that second line in. Yeah, Kenneth is one of my guys over here. Kenneth share stuff with me outline because I know Kenneth go through some health issues. He got some, just the way he was born. Well, he had a heart attack or something like that. Something was going on with his heart. He'll share with me how people have bullied him because of the way he was born. He have shared with me a lot of stuff. And I don't look at him in that way of another color. He's respectful. Sometimes he send me pictures of, like, he sent me some pictures of him and his dad was he be at an aquarium with his dad. He sent me some pictures the other day while they had on their little costume. And I told him, I said, okay. He always sending me stuff. Cause he had my email. He's just that kind of guy, It doesn't matter what color you are over here. Like I said, as long as you treat me right, I'm not racist. And I don't want nobody in my chat to feel like someone making them feel like they shouldn't come to my channel. Because this is my channel. I'm the one running this channel. Okay? Yeah, y'all see it. Look how he looking, y'all. He was smiling a little bit. So he was smiling. Y'all just look. See, they singing now, right? I probably just cut this little part. I just ain't letting it play. But you see how they clapping? Do y'all see? But y'all see how he was looking? He was looking like this before they started clapping, right? You see how happy he was? As soon as they start singing the part about the monkey part, right? And look who clapping. Ooh, Jesus. Ooh. Fair use. This is commentary. I know I probably didn't play it, but I didn't play it. I just flashed it. But as a whole, we all got to, it got to get better, y'all. It got to get better out here because if not, people going to feel like they can do any of our kids like that. I won't want no child. No child should go through that. No child. You get me? But when my granddaughter come home, I'm gonna ask her, where did she get that from? She probably seen it on she probably seen it on right. She probably seen it on YouTube. No, Booster, she seen it on YouTube. I'm just see her looking at the other little black boy. He just sitting right there. Now I'm looking, Frank, go back and look at the video and see how those other little kids, they're looking like, is she saying this for real? You ought to see how they looking. When you go look at your video, look at how them kids, they looking like, No, she did. So to me, the kids in the class are just as shocked as the little boy is. They like, I don't know about that other little boy back there. He back there laughing hard. I don't know. Then they want to clap. Uh-uh. 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 Ooh, woo. But you look how them kids looking. I'm looking at this man reaction video, and the other kids, they look like really? I mean, they just going along with the teacher. Cause they don't know no better either. But the other little black boy, he didn't clap. I wonder what I'm like you, Frank. I wonder what his parents say about that. Mm. They all need to get together and do what they gotta do. But these folks, they come in, they going off. They are going off. Mhm. Couple of these women said they would have went up there to that school. Yeah, he when he heard this song, he couldn't do nothing but just, wow, did she actually call me a monkey? They said that was inappropriate on so many levels. That baby did not find it funny at all. Would she have sung it to a kid of a different nationality? That's the question I wanted to know. Would she have sung that song? Like I said, I don't know about all these songs. I don't know what songs concerning nationalities. They said, wish she would have sung it to another person of another color. You know, that's the question I want to know. Wow. Mm, mm, mm. Another person said her intention definitely was ill, and I bet she said some shady before because he looked uncomfortable when she was singing a happy birthday song. This probably ain't the first time that lady did it, y'all. This probably ain't the first time this happened. But this mom here, she spoke up. The other moms probably just, we ain't worried about it. But wow. So that's what they want to know. Is this the first time this teacher did this, or do she do it all the time? So I guess that's what the investigation gonna be, because they saying they're doing an investigation. Mm, mm, mm. Wow. Oh, there was somebody was saying, she said the funny song. I sang to you, which means she did it before. Yeah, she done did it before. But I only seen two black kids in the class. Wow. Mm, mm, mm. Whew. That's why I said that mom, she was, she hold it together, far as we know. Now, she probably did some cutting up. She probably cutting up now. Especially after she ain't getting they're not, everything is not turning in her favor, but I pray it does. And this should be a lesson to anybody. You don't treat people like this. Yes, they did it back in our ancestral days, calling us monkeys. Um, you know, there were slaves. They would capture them like dogs and throw rocks and spit on them and sell them. But you can't do that now. You can't do it. So somebody gonna get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can get hurt behind this kind of stuff. That's why I said that mom, she was strong. A child, if she hadn't been a strong mama, she could have went up there and she probably could have got herself locked up. Because that kind of stuff causes violence. This kind of stuff like this cause violence. Whether people know it or not, this do call for violence. But I'm glad I ain't read nothing where people's cutting up at the school. But I guarantee, I'm just gonna tell y'all, if somebody do this stuff down here in my area, Lord Jesus, I get oh, what the man name? What that man name? Oh, Steven. What the man name you talking? No, gosh, what is that man name? Charles Barkley. He kills me when he said, I guarantee if somebody do this down here in this little small town where I live, y'all hear about it on the news because I'm going to show share it. These folk will cut the food, you hear me? They will cut the food at these schools down here. It was something going on. That was my granddaughter going to school down here. What was going on? But them kid was out there jumping. The kid was out there jumping on the polices. They were jumping all on the coaches. Something went down, but it was a straight mess out here till our school down here. The other year, I think my granddaughter was in the 11th. The year they left, she was in 11th grade. And they caught on tape. They caught on video where the police or the person that, I guess, the security guard or whatever, were out there at the games. And I think they had said something wrong to one of those kids. I seen one of the police officer pull out one of those things with them stick where they have. I forgot what they call them thing. But they was hitting at those children with that. Some children were jumping on his back and everything. Then the parents got involved. So I said, these little small town, they don't play that. They don't play that when it comes down to their children. I can remember in the summertime when I was playing softball and when a child or another child get into it, you're going to see the mama, the auntie, the grandma, the cousin. You're going to see that whole family coming across that field at that child. Because down here, when you hit a child down here, they're going to get their whole family involved. They don't let the children fight the battles. The adults get involved. That's just how some of the people up here is. And I'm sure it's like that in a lot of areas. That's why I said that kind of stuff would not happen in this school. I mean, I haven't heard it during my first time hearing that song. And if it been a song down here in Georgia, I would guarantee somebody gonna get hurt. But I'm gonna end this. I pray that it doesn't happen again. I pray that this lady's voice do be heard. I pray her voice be heard. I'm praying for the little boy to get the help he need. Hopefully they can get him in counseling. And I'm sure his mom have assured him he's not a monkey. And he shouldn't have to be treated like one. He shouldn't have to be treated like he was part of a zoo, because that's not him. Regardless of what have been said in the past and back in the day, we're in the 20th century now. People are not standing for that. Some people do turn the other cheek. That's what God, He wants us to, turn the other cheek or avoid, things that we can, that's out of our control. But when you know somebody's mistreating you and you know somebody's mistreating somebody you love, you're supposed to stand up for them. You're supposed to make your voice be heard. Okay. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. You have a good night, okay? Um, yes. You're supposed to stand up for your family, your children, no matter what color you are, especially if they're not treating them right. So, Frank, I'm giving you your flowers. You broke the story, and you probably knew that I was gonna like this. You knew I was gonna say something about it. Cause when I went, that was after I got back from the doctor yesterday, and that's after when I got home laying around. I said, let me cause I didn't feel like coming on yesterday because it had stuck me so many times. And I said, let me go check out this story. Don't come in here with that. Don't come in here with that. See what I'm saying? Racism. See? Get them out my chat. Get them out my chat. See what I'm saying? The devil trying to come here. You ain't coming back. I got him. Hey, Miss Patty, how you doing? I'm trying to get this troll out my chat. I was talking about the you doing okay? I banned him from my chat. They racist. They racist. How you been doing, Miss Patty? I'm doing okay. You know, I've been doing some treatments for the inflammation, but other than that, I'm hanging in there. And I was just talking about the story that Frank had shared the other day. I don't know if y'all can check it out. Frank did show the video, and I was just showing and talking about it's not right that what that teacher had did to that little boy. And I was asking the question, what if it had been on the other foot? What if it had been a black teacher that called a 6-year-old student a cracker or a redneck or whatever they call the white people? She called this little boy, she sung a birthday song and told him he was a monkey and something about the zoo. But look at Frank's video and you'll see more about it. You saw it? Yeah. Shout out to Frank. Shout out to Frank again. He shared it, and I was just speaking my part on it. It's wrong, Miss Patty. Now, what would you do? You think that mom is wrong, Miss Patty? Do you think that mom is wrong for speaking up for her son? A lot of people saying the mom just trying to get a check. Some of the teacher probably didn't mean no harm. The song been around a long time. It doesn't matter. I never heard that song before. You treat people the way you want to be treated. That 6-year-old little boy gonna have to have some help. I read where they're gonna have to give him some counseling. They was laughing at him. And he looking like, because if that had happened to one of my grandkids, I'd be feeling the same way that lady is now. My daughter, if I couldn't have went up there, my daughter, I know she would go to the school. You see what I'm saying? Yes, she's a real mother. And she didn't have to get all ghetto with it. She's doing the right thing. Handle it the legal way. And like I said, I hope and pray that her voice do be heard, because it doesn't matter if she had been Hispanic, Mexican, white, whatever. Whatever child, no child should have to be hurt in that way. And then it's their birthday. It's their it was his birthday. A lot of moms and dads work. Yes. A lot of moms and dads work, so they have the kids' birthday parties at the school. And you know, that happened a lot. 'Cause my daughter do that to my little granddaughter. But if she ever come home and say they calling her a monkey and she need to go back to the zoo or whatever, it's gonna be something said. Because nobody shouldn't have to be treated in that way. And then what irks me, and I'm gonna get ready to get off of here. What really hurt me, she sent the video to the mother. What did she think that mom was gonna do? Laugh with her? Is you crazy, woman? That child hurt. And if you any kind of parent, you gonna hurt right along with your child. I do, and I got grown kids. I got grown children. And any parent, grandparent, anybody that got children, when your children hurt, whether they're grown, still a child, you gonna hurt right along with them. Because I do. Some go like my son going through some stuff like inflammation with like other guy, but he got it in his eye. Mine's in my joint. And I told him, I said, Lord Jesus, and have I passed that on to you? He got to start seeing a rheumatologist. My kid, like, Mama, we getting some of the same stuff you going through. And like I said, you don't want to see your children sick. You don't want to see nobody mistreating your children because it gonna hurt you if you was that parent. I don't even know this lady, but it hurt me even when I read the words to the song. I'm like, oh my God, did she really sing that? So I just want to put my take on it. Like I said, racism still do exist. It is up to us to try to make things better. But if you like that, I don't want you coming to my chat. Like the person called me a nigger the other day. Miss Key said, you know he calling you a nigger, right? He spelt the word nigger. He spelled N-I-G. I was talking about God. That was on my testimony Tuesday. I looked in the chat. This person had N-I-G. I banned him from my chat. And McKee said, oh my God, racism. It still exists. But I don't need that kind of spirit coming in my chat. Person that came in my chat a while ago, to my show me your food stamp card. I mean, they try to be smart. They try to shame you. They try to body shame people. They try to say harmful things to people. But I don't even have to respond to those trolls. I just ban them from my chat. But that day when that person called me the N-word, that was not acceptable. So y'all watch, you know, like people that come in your chat, it's racism still exists. And it's some on social media. Nothing but a heathen would sing that song to a child. That's all, Miss Pat. Exactly. Sweet little baby. Just I'm gonna show this picture of her. I'm finna get ready to go. Sweet. 6-year-old baby. Still a baby, y'all. He's still a baby. 6-year-old. He in the what, first grade? He in the first grade, right? Cause my granddaughter is 7 and she's in the second grade. He's still a baby. But one thing I can say, I haven't seen the update. But one thing I can say about that mother, she's a real mother. She did not go up there to that school and act a fool. A lot of people probably would have, but that would have made her look at like they probably would have did something like put her in jail. And if she had her went up there cutting the food, she had her right. Well, that's her child. Yeah, that could have been anybody's child. So I'm about to get off of here. Like I said, when I see a content creator sharing something, and like I said, that's what we do out here. This is awareness. This is what I do. This is what some of y'all share on y'all channels about wellness and how to treat people right. Frank, he always doing the current events and stuff like that. And I try to share things too. And I was like, when he told me that, he know I was gonna be like, that this just boiled me hot because I got grandkids going to school. Let me see what you say, Miss Patty. Someone in my chat yesterday saying something about gay. What? I told someone to get that person out. You're right. We don't entertain negativity or talking about people. Exactly. That's what I say, Miss Patty. I do not have nothing against nobody color. Like I said, I have different nationalities come to my channel. Long as they're being respectful to me and respecting the chat, you will stay over here. But when you come in here calling people N-word and trying to body shame somebody and say all kind of like that person came in a while ago to my calling me a waiter or show me your food stamp card, all that old kind of stuff, bad spirits, just bad spirits. But yeah, it just don't make no sense how some of the people, like I said, some racism still exists. I'm gonna ask y'all the question and I'm finna wrap this on up. Miss Patty, Frank, do y'all think racism still exists? Yes or no? Just be honest. I mean, it ain't got to be something they didn't say it to you, but you have seen it. Do y'all think racism still exists? Just put yes, no, maybe. Maybe, just your honest opinion. I think it still do. We have a racist president. And that's probably why they came in my chat, because I said we have a racist president. This is my opinion. It have been spoken that he is racist. So don't come in my chat. I didn't vote for him. So whoever did vote for him, that was your choice. Okay? Because they get mad when you talk about that man. I respect all people as long as that's right. Amen. Racism and prejudice alive and very well. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I enjoyed trying to, sharing my opinions and my awareness about this. Things got to get better, guys. We don't have to go backwards with this. It is the 20th century. People are not going to sit here and think. I hope people don't sit here and think that you could talk to people in a kind of way. No, some people might let some things go, but at a certain particular time, people will say something. And if you're a YouTube creator, like I tell everybody, my channel is like my house. You don't come in nobody's house. You don't just walk up in nobody's house and don't speak, or just walk up in a person's house and treat them and disrespect them. Y'all are YouTube creator, Miss Pat and Frank. Frank, I know you don't do no live stream, but you still put out your content. You ain't gonna let nobody come over there and disrespect you. You gonna make sure that's what those moderators are for. If they can't get those people out your chat, you should be able to. Because nobody should have to be disrespected. And our children shouldn't have to be disrespected when they go to school. I think she's a good mother. I hope her voice be heard. And I want to thank everybody for coming over. Shout out to my members. Miss Patty is one of my longtime members. Thank you, Miss Patty. Frank, shout out to you for always sending me, letting me know about stories. You shared it yesterday. I pinned it up on my thing. I wanted people to go, and I'm gonna share share it on my wall too. I believe we'll always experience these issues, but we don't have to allow anyone to treat us badly. That's true. Like I said, we have came a long way, but we still got some ways to go. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, a lot of those march for us to have the right to vote, have the right to speak up, have the right to have a voice. We're not in the slavery days, but some people be trying to take us there. They think they can take us back there. You know what I'm saying? But But there was a good story, Frank. Thank you for sharing. You always share some good stories over there. And the lady named OK Lounge, she be sharing some good stories too. I try to do some current events when I ain't having a lot of other stuff going on. But when I saw this story here, it hit home because I do have grandkids and they still in school. They're still in school. You're welcome, Miss Pat. They're still in school. And I don't, like I said, my granddaughter did bring us something about a monkey the other day. And I was like, girl, don't you, and my daughter told her, girl, don't you be saying that? I said, now thinking about it, she must have seen this story. She's 7, but she be on YouTube now because she already, grandma, me and my friend be looking at your channel. I'm like, what, girl? And she probably seen that story about the maker. Because I told her, I said, don't go around saying that now. I said, because that's what they used to refer us as, our ancestors. But when she come home, I said, girl, why you was talking about that? So either she seen it or she heard people at school talking about it. And they might have been talking about it at school. Because she's 7 now. She can read some. But I do want to thank everybody that did come over. Don't forget to check out Frank's video because he did share the live. I didn't want to, I'm trying not to. It probably will still give me a claim because I showed like pictures of it, but you know how YouTube is about that when you monetize. I probably to go back and take it out, but I'm gonna end this. I want to thank everybody that did come over. Like I said, if you type in the teacher that sung a bad song to a student, you might pull it up. It's on TikTok. It's on Facebook. Frank shared it. I just talked about it, and I pray that things get better, y'all. I pray things do get better, for our children's sake. Us adults, we can only take so much too, but our children, they're our babies, y'all. They're our babies, and a lot of this kind of stuff does affect them mentally. So the mom, you too, Miss Patty. The mom say she's gonna get him transferred to another school, and she will also gonna get him help. But she just want an apology. But she's suing the school. So my prayers going out to this mother. Stay strong. I pray that her voice be heard. Y'all have a good weekend. I think those kids going to the fair. I think this weekend and last weekend on the fair, yeah. But thank y'all for coming over. Shout out to those Georgia. What? Y'all continue to have a blessed night. Stay encouraged and always stay prayed up. And until next time, and shout out to you again, Frank G. And let me know if you see any updates on this. I'm gonna try to keep looking it up. All right, y'all. Y'all continue to stay blessed, stay encouraged, and always stay what? Prayed up. And until next time, bye-bye. Good night.